Bryson DeChambeau on Rory McIlroy, LIV Golf and the future of golf. Bryson DeChambeau's insightful remarks on Rory McIlroy following his White House visit. In a recent statement, Bryson DeChambeau expressed that he and Rory McIlroy are on the same wavelength, particularly during their time together on the set of the much-anticipated sequel, Happy Gilmore 2. This revelation comes after DeChambeau's unexpected visit to the White House, where he discussed his evolving relationship with the Masters champion. DeChambeau's trip to the U.S. Capitol was significant, as it coincided with Donald Trump signing an executive order aimed at reinstating the presidential fitness test. This test, which had been a staple in American schools for decades, was discontinued during Barack Obama's presidency. In a notable development, DeChambeau has been appointed as the chairman of a newly formed council that includes other prominent athletes like Triple H, Annika Sorenstam, Harrison Butker, and Saquon Barkley. He shared his enthusiasm for this role with Fox News, stating, "One of the most crucial aspects of my life outside of golf is contributing to the well-being of American youth." He emphasized the importance of re-establishing fitness guidelines to combat the alarming rise in obesity rates across the nation. "We aim to set a new standard that promotes a healthier future for America," he added, highlighting the urgency of the situation. When discussing the current landscape of men's professional golf, DeChambeau reflected on his early involvement with LIV Golf, which he joined in June 2022, alongside other major champions like Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and Brooks Koepka. This move led to an indefinite ban from the PGA Tour, further complicating relationships within the sport. DeChambeau was part of a group of LIV players who took legal action against the tour, but a recent framework agreement announced on June 6, 2023, has seemingly paved the way for reconciliation. This agreement, which involves the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, is expected to bridge the divide in men's golf, as the top players have only competed together at the 4 major championships since LIV's inception. DeChambeau remarked, "We have a unique opportunity, especially with the 70th anniversary of the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition, to truly impact the lives of children." In a surprising twist, former Masters champion Adam Scott recently indicated that discussions between the PGA Tour and LIV Golf have stalled, casting doubt on the likelihood of a future agreement. The PGA Tour has appointed Brian Rolapp as its new CEO, signaling a shift in focus away from team golf. DeChambeau believes that despite the current fragmentation in the sport, there is potential for unity. "In a sport that is currently divided, we have a chance to come together in some form, whether through a merger or another collaborative effort. My focus is on expanding the game of golf globally, and I believe many top executives share this vision. We just need to find a way to achieve this amicably for both parties involved." A star-studded cameo in Happy Gilmore 2, DeChambeau recently joined a host of current and former golf stars in the release of Happy Gilmore 2, the sequel to the beloved 1996 comedy featuring Adam Sandler. The film has already garnered impressive viewership, with 46.7 million streams in its first 3 days. Alongside DeChambeau, notable golfers such as Rory McIlroy, Scottie Scheffler, Justin Thomas, and Jordan Spieth made appearances, creating a buzz among fans. DeChambeau shared his excitement about the experience, stating, "It was one of my favorite days on the course. Playing with Adam Sandler was a dream come true." Reflecting on the filming process, he noted the hard work that goes into acting, mentioning the long hours and early mornings. He praised Sandler as not only a great actor but also an exceptional director in person. Interestingly, McIlroy, who's been a vocal critic of LIV Golf and a prominent figure in the PGA Tour's defense, seemed to have found common ground with DeChambeau during their time on set. Despite their past tensions, DeChambeau noted that McIlroy's recent comments about the need for unity in the sport resonate deeply with him. "Rory's kind words make a lot of sense," DeChambeau stated. "I am committed to the growth of the game, and I believe, as Rory mentioned, that we have a chance to mend this fractured sport." What are your thoughts on the current state of golf? Do you believe a merger between LIV and the PGA Tour is possible? Share your opinions in the comments below. Trump, Triple H, and DeChambeau. Presidential Fitness Test Event Highlights. Donald Trump's uncomfortable reminder to Bryson DeChambeau. A presidential fitness test revival. Imagine being The president's words were laced with a mix of praise and criticism, leaving DeChambeau looking taken aback. Triple H, however, was quick to offer some comfort, putting his arm around DeChambeau's back as they shared a smile. And this is the part most people miss. Trump's decision to revive the presidential fitness test is not just about promoting physical activity in schools. It's also about reigniting a sense of national pride and competitiveness, which is where DeChambeau's accomplishments come in. The president was keen to highlight DeChambeau's impressive comeback in the second round, where he carded a strong 65 and made the cut. But what's really at stake here? Is it just about fitness tests and golf scores, or is there something more profound at play? As DeChambeau himself said, we have an opportunity to literally change the fabric of kids' lives. So what do you think? Can a revived presidential fitness test really make a difference in the lives of young Americans? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Bryson DeChambeau's open woes, Donald Trump's remark, Triple H's support. Breaking. Even golf's longest driver can't outdrive a presidential zinger, and that small moment just reignited a debate about athletic pride, political showmanship, and second-chance comebacks. Bryson DeChambeau stepped onto White House grounds this Thursday, expecting to celebrate fitness initiatives, not to relive the sting of his shaky opening round at this year's Open Championship. Yet that is precisely what happened when former President Donald Trump, flanked by WWE powerhouse Triple H, launched into an unscripted shout-out session. In typical Trump fashion, the praise came wrapped in a playful dig. He reminded everyone within earshot that DeChambeau had opened the major with a forgettable 78 before storming back with a near-heroic 65. But here's where it gets controversial. Some fans felt Trump's light-hearted jab was harmless locker room banter between friends. Others saw it as an unnecessary spotlight on a painful moment, especially while the golfer was standing there as a White House guest. Triple H clearly sided with the first camp. He swiveled, placed a reassuring hand on DeChambeau's back, and flashed a grin that said, "We've got you, big man." The scene unfolded during a ceremony announcing the resurrection of the presidential fitness test in U.S. schools, an initiative meant to combat childhood inactivity by reintroducing a series of physical benchmarks. Alongside DeChambeau were Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker and a roster of sports figures assembled to lend credibility. For comic relief, Trump mangled Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa's surname, another moment that lit up social media. Trump's admiration then went full throttle. He hailed DeChambeau as not only a two-time U.S. Open champion, but also, in his words, the longest hitter of a golf ball ever. He rattled off Bryson's amateur triumphs, victories at Winged Foot and Pinehurst, and labeled the LIV Golf star an ambassador for both the sport and the nation. Somewhere between the accolades, the former president managed to depict the golfer's roller coaster performance at Royal Portrush as if the cut line moved 200 strokes in Bryson's favor. And this is the part most people miss. DeChambeau's turnaround wasn't just about pride, it was a statistical marvel. By carding that sizzling 65, he vaulted from 147th to 4th in strokes gained approach, a metric that measures how precise a player's irons are compared with the field. For beginners scratching their heads, picture every approach shot ranked on a giant leaderboard of accuracy. Bryson effectively leapt more than 140 spots in a single day. When it was his turn to speak, the 30-year-old Californian pivoted smoothly from self-deprecation to big-picture optimism. "I never thought this opportunity would land at our doorstep," he said, referring to the 70th anniversary of the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. DeChambeau explained that reinstating the classic fitness test is only step one. The broader plan involves updated health metrics,